Welcome to bedtime, little sleepyheads. The moon is peeking through your window just like a shy friend. It is time to snuggle down deep in your warm, cozy beds. Are you ready for a story? A very special story full of magic and soft, twinkling lights. This story will help you drift off to dreamland, where wonderful adventures await. Let's close our eyes just for a moment and imagine. Imagine a world where tiny creatures have big hearts and bright ideas. A world where the night is not scary but full of gentle wonders for all to see. Our story is about a little glowworm named Pip. Pip was not just any glowworm, oh no. He was the smallest glowworm in his whole family, but he had the biggest glow. His little light shone like a tiny, bright star, warm and friendly. Pip lived under a big, curly fern leaf, right at the edge of the whispering woods. He loved his home. It was soft and green, and it always smelled of damp earth and sweet night flowers. Every night when the sun went to sleep, Pip woke up, feeling ready for adventure and fun. Tonight was a very special night for Pip. He could feel it in his tiny antennae, which wiggled with cheer. The air was still and warm, and the stars seemed to twinkle extra brightly just for him. "I'm going on an exploration," he whispered to himself, his little body wiggling with excitement. He polished his glow with a dewdrop, making it shine even brighter than before. He wanted to see all the wonders of the whispering woods after dark. He knew there were friendly creatures and magical sights to behold. He wasn't scared, not one little bit, just very, very curious about the beautiful world. So, with a happy little hum, Pip crawled out from under his fern-leaf home. His light bobbed along like a tiny lantern in the soft, gentle darkness. The grass felt cool and damp beneath his many little feet as he journeyed. He looked up at the big, round moon, and it seemed to smile down at him encouragingly. "Hello, moon," Pip chirped softly, feeling brave and adventurous on his special night. The whispering woods lay ahead, full of shadows and secrets. But Pip knew they were gentle secrets, waiting to be discovered by a little glowworm with a bright light and an even brighter spirit. He tiptoed forward, eager to begin. The Whispering Woods was truly a magical place at night, filled with quiet enchantment. Tall trees reached up like gentle giants, their leaves rustling softly in the breeze. It sounded like they were sharing ancient secrets with the stars above. Moonbeams trickled down through the branches, making silvery puddles on the forest floor. Everything seemed to glow with a soft, secret light, making the woods feel welcoming. Pip had never been this deep into the woods all by himself before. He felt a tiny flutter of excitement, mixed with a little bit of wonder at all the sights. The air smelled sweet, like honey and pine needles, a lovely perfume. As Pip journeyed further into the heart of the woods, he saw flowers that glowed in the dark. There were sleepy bluebells that pulsed with a soft, dreamy light, like little lanterns, and little mushroom caps that sparkled like scattered jewels on the mossy ground below. He heard the gentle hoot-hoot of an owl far away in the distance. Then, a little closer, he heard a soft rustling in the leaves nearby his path. Pip paused, his light shining steadily, casting a warm glow. He wasn't afraid, just curious to see who it might be making the sound. He hoped it was a new friend he could meet. Suddenly, a wise-looking owl with big round amber eyes blinked down at him from a branch. "Well, hello there, little spark," the owl hooted softly, his voice very kind. His voice was like the gentle rustle of autumn leaves, calming and warm. "My name is Professor Hoot, and who might you be, wandering so brightly tonight through my woods?" Pip felt very pleased to meet such a distinguished bird, so grand and clever. "I'm Pip," he replied, his light giving a happy little flicker of greeting. "I'm on an adventure to see the woods." The owl smiled, a very owlish, knowing kind of smile, full of forest wisdom. Professor Hoot nodded slowly, his head tilting thoughtfully. The Whispering Woods is full of wonders for those with bright eyes, or a bright glow like yours, Pip, he said kindly. Just follow the path of moon-kissed ferns, and you will see many lovely things indeed. And remember to always be kind to any creature you meet, whether they are big or small. Pip thanked Professor Hoot for his wise and helpful words. He felt even more excited now, knowing a friendly owl was watching over the forest. With a cheerful wave of his antenna, Pip continued on his way, his little light dancing ahead, illuminating the pretty path. Pip crawled along the moon-kissed fern path, just as Professor Hoot had advised him. The ferns glowed with a silvery light, making it easy to see where he was going. He hummed a little tune to himself, a happy, wandering sort of tune for his adventure. Around him, the forest was alive with gentle sounds, a soft symphony of the night. Crickets chirped their nightly songs in a cheerful chorus, and sleepy flowers nodded their heads in time. Suddenly, Pip saw something unusual nestled amongst the roots of an old oak tree. It was a tiny, shimmering light, but it wasn't a flower or a mushroom. It looked different, and a little bit sad. Pip moved closer, his own light casting a warm glow on the interesting discovery. It was a tiny star, a real live star no bigger than a small yellow buttercup flower. But its light was very faint and flickered sadly, not bright and bold like stars should be. "Oh my," whispered Pip, feeling surprised. "What are you doing down here, little star? You should be up in the sky, twinkling with your friends and family." The little star gave a very weak shimmer, as if to say it was lost and unhappy. Pip's heart felt a little ache for the tiny fallen star. It looked so lonely, so far from its bright family in the dark velvet sky above. "Don't you worry," Pip said gently, his voice full of comfort and kindness. "We need to help you get back home where you belong. But how can we do that?" This was a bit of a puzzle, a tricky problem to solve. The sky was so very, very high up, and the star was so very, very small and seemed quite weak. Just then, a flurry of other tiny lights appeared, dancing through the air. They were Pip's friends, the fireflies, Betty, Birdie, and Boo. They had seen Pip's bright glow and came to see what he was doing. "What's this, Pip?" buzzed Betty, her light blinking curiously at the little star. Pip quickly explained the star's sad situation to them all. Soon, a wise old badger named Barnaby, who was taking his nightly stroll, ambled over slowly. Barnaby had seen many things in his long life in the Whispering Woods and knew many secrets. His fur was silver in the moonlight, making him look very distinguished and kind. Rumbled Barnaby, looking at the little star with kind, gentle eyes. "A fallen star, you say? That is a rare thing indeed, a very special occurrence. It needs to feel the call of the sky again, the pull of its brothers and sisters." The fireflies blinked their lights. Pip wiggled his antennae thoughtfully. How could they make the little star feel the call of the sky from way down here? Pip suddenly had a wonderful idea. His own little light shone brightly when he was happy and with friends. "I know!" he chirped, his glow flaring with excitement and a spark of genius. "If we all shine our lights together, really, really brightly, maybe we can make a path of light for the little star to follow, a path that goes all the way up towards the sky." The fireflies, Betty, Birdie, and Boo, buzzed with agreement, thinking it was a marvelous plan. "What a splendid idea, Pip," they chimed, their own lights beginning to flash with enthusiasm and hope. Barnaby the Badger nodded his wise old head in approval of the clever thought. So Pip and all the fireflies gathered around the little fallen star, ready to help. They took a deep breath, or what counts as a deep breath for a glowworm and fireflies. Then, all at once, they shone their lights as brightly as they possibly could, with all their might. Pip's steady glow combined with the firefly's happy twinkling flashes, creating a dazzling display. Together, they created a beautiful, shimmering river of light that pointed straight up, up towards the dark, starry sky. Barnaby the Badger stood tall and pointed his nose upwards, too, as if showing the way with his own forest wisdom. It was a truly magical sight to behold. The little star, nestled on the ground, felt the warmth and the brightness of all those friendly lights. It felt the kind wishes from Pip and his wonderful, helpful friends. Slowly, its own faint shimmer began to grow stronger, brighter, and much, much happier. It started to feel lighter, as if a gentle breeze was lifting it from the earth. With a happy little twinkle, the star began to float. Up, up, up it went, following the beautiful pathway of light that Pip and his friends had made just for it. It danced its way higher and higher, until, with a final joyful sparkle, it rejoined its family in the night sky, shining brightly once more among them. Pip, the fireflies, and Barnaby watched until the little star was just another brilliant speck among countless others. They all felt a warm, happy feeling inside their hearts from their good deed. Pip felt a little tired now, after all his adventuring and bright shining. He said goodnight to his kind friends who had helped so much. Barnaby ambled off to his cozy set, and the fireflies danced away to their leafy homes. Pip made his way back to his own soft fern leaf, his little light now a gentle, sleepy glow. He snuggled down, feeling safe and happy, and oh so ready for sweet starry dreams. The Whispering Woods was a truly wonderful place indeed.